Hey, nosy neighbors, how are you? How is everybody doing? I need everybody to like and share the live, of course. Like and share, like and share, like and share the live. Let me get some shares out myself. Let me go ahead and get some shares out. Let's see. Did I already? I sure did. Oh, no, I didn't. That was yesterday. Let me see something. I'm about to share a couple places myself. Can everybody like and share the live for me, please? Okay, cool. I'm sharing myself. If everybody can like and share. I don't think that's going to work, but let me try it anyway. Oh, yes, it did. Okay, cool. Everybody like and share, like and share, like and share the live. Let's see. Let me share it. Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do anyway. Okay, let's see. You know, I meant to copy that. Copy. Oh, I can't. Oh, yes, I can. Okay, cool. I'm going ahead and sharing myself, getting it out of the way. If everybody can like and share for me, please. Like and share, like and share, like and share. Let's see. Would this work over here? Nope. I don't know why that ain't. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. A little earlier today than normal, but we got quite a bit to still get through with all of these messages. So I am here. Just give me a minute to finish sharing the live. And I want you all to go ahead and share the live as well. Like and share, like and share. Let me see. Thank you for sharing, Barbara. Thank you for sharing. Let me see. Okay, now let me see if I can go in here and do this. Let's see if it will work. Still didn't work. So you know what? Let me just. This is what I'm gonna do for that. I know this one's gonna work. I think this one's gonna work. Let's see. Can everybody like and share the live? Put a number 77 in the chat once you have shared the live. Did it go through? Facebook, no, it be tripping. Okay, that one went through. So let me go back over here and go back in here. Put a number 77 in the chat once you have shared the live. Oh, and hold on, I forgot one thing. Hold on, real quick. Like and share, like and share, like and share. 1 second. All right, I'm bike. Thank you, everybody, for putting those 77s. Let me know that you have shared the live. Let's see what I'm doing here. Let me go back over here. Cool. And then let's see. Okay, cool. I'm just going to share one more time, and then we can just get into it. Cool. And then share to the groups that you're in. Share to your personal pages. Share the live all across the town. Baby, wasn't it get steamy and hot? Now, I can't say, I know part of the thing I told y'all yesterday, I felt like part of it was like he was taking bits and pieces of a live. He was taking bits and pieces of the text messages and painting them into how he wanted them to be painted. That's how I felt as of yesterday. We're going to keep on going into it and see if I change my mind or see how y'all feel about it. But let's get into it. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with all I need to do. So let me just close that out. Let me bring this over here. This and share. Okay. Cool. Ooh. I heard something. Let me see. Thank you so much, Vicky P. Always supporting the channel. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you very, 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 very much. Thank you, Vicky P. Starting off the party. So you all, we did not meet our super chat goal or cash app goal yesterday. So if you can support the channel, please do. All right, and we're just going to hop on straight into it because it's still quite a bit to get through. And I do have the exact part that we left off on yesterday. So let's go. Okay, let's see. And hey, everybody. Hey, hello, one, hello, all. Hello, one, hello, all. All right, let's get into it. So we left off on the screen before this. And I did double check that. Thank you, Miss Billy. Thank you for helping towards the goal. I appreciate you, love. So let me just go to the one. Oh, no, it was this one. Because I was at OMG, good D. No, let me see. Let me just make sure. Oh, yeah. So, oh my G, look at this, Derek, thick Derek. Okay, that's exactly where we left off. No, the weight difference. Yeah, this is exactly where we left off because I said I do see it. I don't know what the hell they were talking about. Thick Derek. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one. Nope, I can't deal with thick Derek. LOL. What is going on to take you for? What is it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have you found that out yet in therapy? What's your waist? I'm so glad Thick Derek is back with us. Break out in ass and thighs. Lord Jesus, you home? I don't want you out with your friends drinking. You are the rose, but you are so blocked that you refuse to be smelt or opened. My God, not you refuse to be smelt or open. When you finally are able to unlock your mind, you're going to make, okay. So that was the part of the law. And then the text messages, I know I need to smell the roses more. And then he's saying, Tyler says, you are the rose, but you are so blocked that you refuse to be smelled or open. And then Derek says, that is sweet. I'm working on it. Therapy. I'm really scared that I'm going to waste my life worrying. Okay. Let's see. When you unlock your mind, you're going to make. Okay, let me finish the text message. Been there. Stopped somewhere in my 30s or 40s. That was from Tyler. You're going to unlock. You're going to make that person crazy in a good way. Have you ever been intimate with someone? Why did that photo And it says plaintiff and another cast member. Make me jealous. You two together. Thick Derek. Get that Chipotle. No, I can't. Only from your genes. Derek is there to make men swoon. What I meant by that is you're so beautiful. When you finally are able to unlock your mind, you're going to make that person crazy. Crazy in a good way, Dixon responded. As long as my face doesn't get messed up, as long as it doesn't leave a mark. And Tyler Perry responded, what will leave a mark, Derek? Say it on your neck. What do you mean you haven't? Have you ever been intimate with someone? I can't get with that phone call. I can't wait to get that phone call from you when you tell. Let me go to the next one. Oh, hold on. I can't wait to get that phone call from you when you tell me you let go and you see. Here's the thing: if he's saying, "I can't wait to get that phone call from you," so I'm reading this as it's in this lawsuit. I guess I don't know who said what and who made up what or whatever. But if he's saying, "I can't wait to get that phone call from you," when you tell me you let go. So he still, remember yesterday I was saying it sounds like he was kind of like saying stuff towards his relationship, saying or whatever he got going on, he was saying it towards that. I hope you and your partner, who you ever unlock this stuff. And it still seems like, to me, that's how the conversation is. I can't wait to get that phone call from you when you tell me you let go and you, I don't know, this doesn't fall right. It says, unless they wanted to F you, I would F you. Now, if he said that, so these are just the words that are in here, though. These are not supported by text messages either that I see in that lawsuit. What are you doing hanging out with that girl of yours? She wants you too. Everyone wants to Jacob. Referring to Dixon's character in the pilot of Losing It. After several weeks of unreciprocated sexual innuendos and demand for attention, Perry lashed out at Dixon on the set and asked if he needed to punch Dixon in the stomach for Dixon to act the way Perry envisioned in the scene. Dixon's exchange was highly tense. Perry's reaction stunned several cast members. Actors on set consoled Dixon for the abrasive interaction, confused as to why Tyler Perry overacted in such a manner. But Dixon knew that Perry was lashing out due to his frustration at the lack of attention Dixon was giving him. On or around June 4, 2021, Perry invited Dixon to his house again to spend time together. Let me see. I want to make sure because... Okay, I got it. To spend time together and discuss the pilot of Losing It. Although Dixon hesitated, he feared the consequences of disappointing Perry and believing once Losing It was a big show, he would be free from under the clutches of Perry. During this visit, Perry made several alcoholic beverages for himself and demanded to know why Dixon was not having sex with anyone. Perry probed further about Dixon's sex life, insisted that the two were becoming increasingly drunk and it was time to end the night. Perry then led Dixon to the guest house where the guest bedroom was. Dixon was to be staying there that night. Inside the guest bedroom, Perry motioned to Dixon to come see a weight monitor that he had. Perry told Dixon that for the monitor to work, Dixon would need to step further in the monitor wearing only his underwear and push Dixon to try it out. Dixon tried to avoid the uncomfortable situation but decided it was better to comply and hurry to bed than to wait for the alternative at that point. After weighing himself, Dixon walked towards the guest bedroom, followed by Perry, who then asked Dixon for a good night hug. Rather than argue, Dixon complied, at which point Perry reached out and yanked Dixon's underwear down from behind. My God, on today. Perry then began to rigorously grope, grab, and play with Dixon's buttocks in a sexual manner. Dixon was naked, stunned, seized by tremendous fear. Dixon stated to Perry that, 28. He did not want his underwear down, that Dixon did not want to be naked, and that Dixon did not want this. Dixon quickly reached to pull his underwear back up. As soon as he did, Perry grabbed Dixon's reaching arm with a tight grip and he held fast. Tyler Perry told Dixon to relax and just let it happen, and that Perry wasn't going to hurt Dixon. Perry continued to sexually grope Dixon's buttocks. Dixon's anxiety rapidly escalated, thinking that he might be the R word. Who's texting me? That Dixon might be the R word. That might happen to him. Okay, I don't know what she's talking about. Where am I? Dixon was not sure what to do, and his breath was shortened. Perry ignored Dixon's refusal and held Dixon's hand fast, preventing him from reaching for his underwear. Dixon was naked and being groped by a large drunk, and sexually frustrated 6'5" man who had Dixon in his clutches. Baby, they know how to write it, don't it? They know how to write it down, don't they? Dixon did not know if he was going to have to get into a physical fight, but he knew that any efforts to fight back were hopeless. Perry had armed security at his gate, much larger than Dixon, and told Dixon that he had several guns in his home. Dixon was desperate for a way out, remarked that he couldn't do anything sexual because he was so hungry, attempting to change the conversation. Dixon asked, "Is there any food up in here?" which prompted Perry to withdraw and order pizza. Dixon, in fear for his safety, followed Perry into the main house to eat the pizza. Now, why? Some of this ain't make no sense. Now, why you feel like you're almost gonna be hard, but now you eat pizza, which is gonna cause that food to go down your intestines. And so then when you get ready to get in that bed, anyway, afterwards, Dixon returned to the guest house and, unable to lock the bedroom door, locked himself in the guest house bathroom and slept on the floor. Dixon then attempted to contact some close friends, call some close friends about the incident. The following morning, Dixon realized that he had left his car keys in the main house, and upon going to retrieve them, encountered Perry. Perry told Dixon that last night's incident was why the two shouldn't drink together, and that the previous night's incident shouldn't have happened. Dixon responded saying, "Oh, so that's my fault?" To which Perry replied, No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that shouldn't have happened and I drank too much. Attempting to excuse himself from grabbing Dixon's buttocks, roping Dixon, and attempted to have sex with Dixon against his will. At this point, Dixon left Perry's home, uncontrollably shaking and contacting his close friends to discuss the unspeakable horror from that night before. For the next several days, until June the 6th, 2021, Perry texted and called Dixon incessantly. That's 28. With messages asking Dixon to call him or answer his calls. Finally, Dixon answered, at which point Perry began to apologize, blaming the testosterone supplements, not the testosterone supplements he was taking all the time. Perry had confidence in Dixon about these supplements. No, Perry had confided in Dixon about these supplements in the past messages and decided to use them as a scapegoat for his actions. Dixon emphasized that he was not okay with what happened and that he had never asked Perry for anything, to which Perry replied, "I know, that's why I like you." So let me see the text message to the right. How do they make money then? Somebody says subscriptions. They make money from the advertising, lots of money. I don't know how this has to do with what we're talking about, but let's continue. I love how it feels now, but I don't like being horny. Testosterone. Oh, yeah, from the doctor. But it's making you feel better. I feel so good. But I don't like being horny. I feel sorry for the person that flirts with me. So, again, it's almost like this. It's almost like I'm going to use these text messages and I'm going to contrive a story around the text messages. But it's still not making sense to me. So I do believe if this is the true text message thread, it's inappropriate. I guess Tyler, is gay or whatever he is. I don't know. Allegedly. But why are you texting this man about the testosterone making you horny? It's just inappropriate and unnecessary. But it almost seems like because the conversation was inappropriate and unnecessary, the guy is going to try to use it and create a story around it. And I don't know this to be true. This is just how I feel at this point, because the text messages are not as forward as the story that he's telling. Can anybody understand what I'm saying when I say that? The story he's telling is way more forward. I apologize for doing this. The testosterone, that's why I did it, because of testosterone. But then the text messages are inappropriate, but they're not lining up with the story to me. What do y'all feel about that real quick before I continue? Thank you, Penny. And hey, everybody. Let me see what y'all are saying. Ain't no way he remembers all of this. Mind you, 2019, 2020, 2021, we're talking about. Tyler can have any man or woman he wants. Why this idiot? I agree, Darnell. I agree. Yep. A lot of shit missing. Exactly. It's a lot missing. Okay, let me continue. But that's just how I'm feeling right now. The story and the text messages are not going together. And it's almost like I'm going to look at the text messages and create a story around them and try to use my text messages to support the story. In the world that we live in now, and everything can be made up. Exactly, Carly B. I feel like this is $C signs and it's a setup. That's how I feel, Penny. But nevertheless, conversation is inappropriate and unnecessary. Perry further attempted to rectify his misconduct by inviting Dixon on a yacht trip and telling Dixon that Perry was going to for sure make Dixon's pilot. Dixon realized that Perry was offering to make losing it too effectively silence Dixon. Perry sent a text message trying to arrange for Dixon to come to his yacht with another person so that Dixon would feel more comfortable. Let me see the rest of the text messages. So he said he understand about taking the pills. Then Tyler says, I tried to call you, call me. Dixon says, hey, I think the hangover hit me pretty harder than I thought. Can we talk later? Yes, it was quick, but okay. I really need to talk to you. So that was, a day later, looks like, at 7 a.m. I really need to talk to you. Let me see. So Dixon responded that he would not board the... Hold on, I should have seen what number. That was 19. The yacht and refused Perry's invitation. Just real quick, back to the text messages. I really need to talk to you, my friend. Please call me as soon as you can. I'm trying to do rooms on the boat. If I invite Bill, would you be okay with sharing a room with him or not? He says, hey, I appreciate the invite, but I think I need some more time. And don't think I can go on a trip just yet. Now, here's the crazy thing about that too. Just recently, there was this picture surfacing, and a lot of people were saying like he looked like he's caught doing something. So I don't know if y'all seen this picture on a yacht with whoever this guy is. But that's interesting that we're at this part of this lawsuit, and there was that picture that was floating around. Okay, let's continue. We was at what number? Let me go back because I forgot again. Yeah, 19. Okay, cool. Dixon responded that he would not board the yacht and refused Perry's invitation. After Dixon refused to go on the yacht, Perry did not text Dixon for 5 months. My God. Sensing that Dixon was upset, Perry called Dixon once to update him that Perry is looking for a director for the pilot. During this 5-month period, Dixon was regularly in therapy. He suffered from severe depression, anxiety, stomach pain, nausea, resulting in a prescription from another antidepressant. Dixon was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, and his therapist recommended that he seek outpatient treatment, costing upwards of $20,000, a price too high for Dixon at the time. During that time, Dixon began speaking. Now, I don't know what pills you gonna need for 20,000. But anyway, during that time, Dixon began speaking with people about sexual assault and was assessing his rights. As soon as Perry realized that Dixon was done talking to him, Dixon got a message from Perry's fixers. Perry's fixers contacted Dixon, indicating that Dixon's character in the Oval, the one who was shot, would be returning with a new storyline next season. And Dixon received a graduated raise from $10,000 per episode to $16,000 per episode that would to continue to increase upward to $19,000 per episode over the upcoming season. The attorney said that the Christmas came early for Dixon because he was doing a good job on the Oval. However, they also told Dixon that he was forbidding for letting his castmates know about a raise because nobody other than him would be receiving similar pay increases. Last, the fixers told Dixon Perry wanted to buy the right to produce the pilot of Losing It and planned to spend upwards of $1 million producing the pilot. Dixon immediately knew why he was getting this raise and why the pilot was being produced. He knew he would keep the money. He knew he would keep the money and the job or complain about sexual harassment, but not both. The situation facing Dixon presented a challenging decision and left him unable to take any action or make any decision. The prospect of the sexual assault and harassment becoming 20 public or dealing with Perry's highly paid attorneys was daunting. Perry had significant resources, whereas Dixon did not. Dixon's goals of a working actor and being discovered for his talents might be jeopardized. Everybody like and share the live if you're just coming in. Support the channel if you can. And what was an extreme difficult decision, Dixon bowed to the pressure and fear of losing his livelihood, and in hopes of advancing his career, Dixon decided to return to set and have his pilot produced. He insisted, however, and decided to put safeguards in place between himself and Perry. In or around November 21st, Dixon returned to the Oval. It was then that he... Oh, that's so deep. It was then that he saw Perry for the first time in person since June of 2021, where the sexual assault took place. Dixon suffered a panic attack in his trailer. Prompting another actor to calm Dixon down. Baby, I tell you what, when they write it down, they're gonna lay it on thick. Seeing that Dixon was still upset, Perry knew that he had to ante up to ensure that Dixon was silent. Perry began periodically texting the plaintiff regarding the production of the pilot Losing It to string Dixon along. Soon after, Dixon received a call from a member of Perry's production team telling him that they were considering shooting Dixon's pilot in the upcoming fall of 2021. Dixon was desperate for this good news, given the uncertainty around his finances and concern for his future. On or around March the 4th, 2022, Dixon signed the literary purchase agreement for the pilot, giving the rights for the series to the defendant TPS, Tyler Perry Studios. Dixon was unaware that Tyler Perry Studios' pre-existing television contract with Viacom CBS, known as Paramount Global, which would later prevent the sale of Dixon's show to any media outlets or streaming services for 2 years. So I don't know if this is something that they knew and they were playing the game with, or that it just came up. So something happened contractually where they couldn't produce for 2 years. On or around March 21st, 2022, shortly after seeing each other on the set of The Oval, Dixon and Perry began shooting the pilot. Perry called Dixon following the shoot, telling him that the show would net $2 to $3 million per episode and run for 2 seasons guaranteed. Perry purchased the rights to Losing It from Dixon, but did not try to sell it to any network. In fact, Perry was under contract with Viacom CBS, preventing him from selling Dixon's show for an additional 2 years following the purchase. In other words, Perry spent money shooting a pilot for a show and then purchased the right to it, knowing that Perry could not sell the show for 2 years. Clearly, this was done by an ulterior motive to silence Mr. Dixon. As it turns out, Perry had no intentions of ever producing Losing It. Perry never made any effort to sell the show or shop it. Perry was only using the show as a quid pro quo to Dixon, holding his production over Dixon's head like the sword of the Damocles. Damocles. I don't know what that sword of Damocles. I don't know what it is. On or around April 9, 2022, to his surprise, Plaintiff received a script for another season of The Oval, in which the plaintiff's characters, originally written for a grocery store clerk, would, it's 25, play a male prostitute being pursued by a pimp. My God, on today. Hey, what they say, life imitate art, ain't it? I'm not calling the man a prostitute. I'm just saying that's just too close to home. That's just too close to home, honey. So he would be playing a male prostitute being pursued by a pimp. This character scene and story share eerie similarities to Perry's pursuit of Dixon. I know it do to me too. While it was not surprising that one of Perry's characters would end up this way, the timing of change to Dixon was a very clear message. As Dixon continued to read through the script, let me take this off my phone real quick, y'all. Let me see. Let me take that off. Okay. As Dixon continued to read through the script, he started to notice that Perry includes lines taken directly from the things that Perry and Dixon had spoken about. Perry started to base the script on real life, and it made it personal. For example, Perry wrote about Dixon that, I don't like none of these bitches running away. He was making good money for me. Man, this man is reaching. I'm sorry. I feel like this man is reaching. So, I feel like this man is reaching. I just feel like he's reaching. So now, because the storyline is him being like he is in the pimp, I don't like none of my bitches running away. He was making good money for me. Child, in or around April 2022, before beginning to shoot the next season of The Oval, Perry called Dixon to discuss June 2021 sexual A. On the phone, Perry. So again, you got another phone call of the SA, but then record it. Man, come on now. That's the most important thing you need. On the phone call, Perry lectured Dixon about how Dixon was overacting to the SA because the prior SA in Dixon's life. Perry said that there was a misunderstanding and a miscommunication and that Dixon needed to say no stronger. In other words, Perry blamed Dixon for the SA, claiming that Perry felt that Dixon no was not really no, it was a yes because Dixon did not say no strong enough. So, as to not jeopardize his employment with defendant Paris and TPS, Dixon dismissed the conversation, especially due to the alleged impeding sale of his show to a major broadcast company. On or around October the 28th, 2022, after filming a full season of The Oval, Perry told Dixon that despite shooting the pilot, it could take a while to take place, and Perry couldn't do any other television series until his deal with Viacom, which could take about 2 years. Let me go to the text messages. Did you find a place? I'm good. Probably won't see me. I'll be filming. Sorry, I have 9 jobs. Oh, this is blurry. I did find a place, Santa Monica. I know, work too much. Nice. Santa Monica is nice. I'm glad you're going out there. How is your no? Is it stronger? You got to have a strong no. Again, I just feel like everything is being based on these text messages. In or around January 2023, plaintiff indicated that he was moving to Santa Monica. He did so to put some distance between himself and Perry. Tyler Perry replied that he was glad to hear that Dixon was moving away and asked Dixon if his no was stronger before he left. Perry reiterated that Dixon should have a stronger no and make it clear when man, this man is making this shit up. He's making it up. You can't tell me he ain't. When he said no. This was Perry's way, once again, referring to the June 21 sexual assault of Dixon and making it clear that Perry felt no remorse for assaulting Dixon again against his will. Dixon remained calm and considered these triggering comments because he needed Perry to help him with his dream producing his show. And because Dixon was still a regular actor on the Oval. Even after Dixon moved to California, the quid pro quo harassment and attempts to cover up the sexual A by promising the show continued. Perry would call Dixon, who felt obligated to pick up for his phone calls and respond to the text messages. These conversations will often start about work and then the men's business relationship and then transition further into conversations about Dixon's sex life, adding to Dixon's trauma and forcing him to relive the sexual assault. Perry continued to envelop Dixon in his feelings of reliance and justify the sexual aid that happened. Perry would call Dixon to say, "You'll understand when you have a hit show." And in the same breath, refer to the SA by saying, "I'm so glad we're past that." Dixon knew that he had to just hold his tongue because Perry still employed him. On or around October 23rd, Tyler Perry finally contacted Dixon, indicating he was going to finish with his Paramount Global contract in January 2024, and that he would be able to start working on selling Losing It. Perry was just hoping that the statute of limitations would run on Dixon's SA claims before closing doors on Dixon's hope and the quid pro quo that Perry offered for Dixon's silence. Now, if I'm not mistaken, well, I don't know, but I would think that the the statute of limitations won't run out for that fast because, hell, all of these other people got people coming after them after 75 years. So what the hell is that about? In the same conversation, where they were talking about Perry starting to do things with Losing It, Perry also asked Dixon who he was having sex with. Perry further pushed for details, asking Dixon if he was the giver or the receiver in the scenario, or if the planner used protection and prep when engaging in sexual acts. Perry continued to probe other intimate details about Derek's sexual life. Perry again told Dixon that he wanted a partner whom he could have an emotional and sexual relationship with, but who goes back to their partner at the end of the day. In December 2023, Christian Keys, another actor who worked for Perry prior to Dixon's employment, posted a video on social media platform detailing his abusive experience with an anonymous Black Hollywood billionaire, and which Dixon pieced together and believes it to be Tyler Perry. So there is a link to the allegations from Kristen Keys. Dixon heard Mr. Keys' account and saw that Perry had been engaging in the same sexual conduct as other actors. Just like the interaction described by Keys, Perry would get drunk, climb into Dixon's bed, and start fondling Dixon's buttocks. Dixon wanted to share his experience with the media to prevent other actors from being abused by the hands of Perry. Around that time, Perry called Dixon, indicating that he really wanted to find a home for Dixon television series, and again perpetuated the quid pro quo after sexual aid to prevent Dixon and all of his claims and keep them at bay. Text messages, I can call you later or tomorrow sometime. Let me see if it continues. Let me finish the text message. So some of it is cut off. Let me see. Really have a voice and the take on things. I don't know this text message. I don't know where this is going, but I laughed the entire time. I could see the world and the characters. My exclusivity ends in 30 days. I want to take Losing It out to Amazon or Netflix after that and gauge their interest. But I also want to try and get up with the right people to help you make these shows work. They're not for my audience, but we need to find a home for this stuff. I don't want to miss another Schitt's Creek. I don't know what that means. You know that Eugene brought that to me the first thing. I didn't get it. A man gets here. Amon gets here tomorrow, so he's going to So he's got my full attention. I'll be trapped until the day after Christmas. So let's talk then. Wow, wow. I was worried about you. You even liking it because it's a weird concept. So thank you. Okay, now where were we with the messages? Let me get y'all comments real quick. Let me see y'all saying hellos. Hello, everybody. Do that shit to me one time. I'll never be around your ass again. And definitely, I mean, look, around him time and time and time again. And my thing is, I still haven't read what he has him recorded after having all of these incidents. Like, why not have him recorded so you can why not have him recorded so you can have that for your further proof? Let me see where we left off with the last one. It was 14. Okay. Then in January 2024, Perry told Dixon to begin working on a pitch deck for investors for the pilot. Despite having 8 episodes written, Perry only produced one, claiming that the president of his own company, Michelle Sneed, conveniently misplaced the $1 million that were going to be used for the show. During this time, Perry further solicited Dixon's assistance with other films and projects that Tyler Perry was working on. Once again, Dixon was in a position where he could not say no. Thank you, Billy. Thank you towards the goal. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you, Thelma Jordan. If you can support the channel, please do. Cash App, Super Sticker, whichever you would like. Make sure it's a Super Chat, though, not a Super Sticker. In or around March of 2024, Tyler Perry indicated to Dixon that the individual who was meant to pitch the pilot became depressed and could no longer pitch the show. This was another excuse for the fact that Tyler never liked the show and never intended to sell it. Dixon did not get angry and allowed Perry more time to figure things out for the show. Mistakenly sensing that Dixon had forgiven him, Perry started back up with the harassment. Perry continued to harass Dixon, who was still working on the Oval, and who was still waiting eagerly for Perry to sell Losing It. Perry would tell Dixon that he loved Dixon, my God, and that Dixon should be living his life, and that Dixon should be having sex more often. Perry even indicated that he would send Dixon show to the Peter Freeland and networks. But all this was just to attempt to remind Dixon of the sword of Damocles hanging over his head. Later, Perry told Dixon that Netflix turned down the show. Dixon was never contacted by any individual from Netflix regarding the show, and no sale ever materialized. In or around June of 2024, Perry, sensing that Dixon was getting frustrated about his show not getting off the ground and still concerned about the SA being made public, offered Dixon a position as a writer on Perry's show, indicating that he needed a replacement to continue writing. It was only then that Dixon woke up and realized that Perry was never going to be serious about helping Dixon. Perry was only going to do things for Dixon if Dixon played along with the team, the SA, and assault. Perry was only interested in preventing Dixon from exposing the dark side of Perry. Perry only cared that people still viewed him as the victim. Perry only cared that people still view him as the victim. He was once, even now, I don't understand that. Perry only cared that people still view him as the victim. He once was. Even now, as he took shape as the victimizer. Dixon became sick to his stomach. He liked to be sick to his stomach, don't he? He liked to be sick down to the stomach. Rather than continue down this path, Dixon took the heroic step of reporting the SA to the EEOC. After reporting the SA, defendant did not make an investigation into the complaint and did not take any steps to prevent further harassment from occurring. Because defendant took no action to prevent further assault or harassment, Dixon had to quit his job in the last season of The Oval. Dixon did so even though he was under contract to finish filming and still made a choice and stood to make close to $400,000. Dixon did not want to be sexually harassed or be placed in danger of a sexual assault again. Now it's okay. So now he don't think the show is going to happen. Now he wants to back out. Okay, I'm just following this, and I'm gonna make my conclusion at the end, and I'm gonna give a poll for y'all to make y'all conclusion as well, or what y'all think. After reporting the sexual harassment, defendant did not make an investigation into the complaint and did not take any steps to prevent further harassment from occurring. Because defendant took no action to further... Oh, I already read that. Defendant then retaliated against Dixon. Okay, let me see what this is talking about. Defendant told Dixon that if he quit and told the other actors why he quit, he would be in a breach of his contract. Defendants told Dixon that the only way he was to portray his departure from the show was a medical leave due to emotional distress caused by sexual harassment. The leave of absence was to be a paid medical leave. Instead, defendant made the leave of absence unpaid and therefore terminated plaintiff employment, causing Dixon's additional loss of income and insults. My God, on today. My God, on today. Hold your line. My God, on today. So I'm gonna put up a poll. Child, let me remember how to do the poll first. I'm gonna put up a poll. I think that again, I think that the conversation was very much so inappropriate. I do think that I don't know. See, and it's because the conversation was inappropriate. I think something was going on. Like, I think maybe Tyler did like him or something. But I also think that this guy, the Dixon guy, is using the inappropriate text messages to say that he was SA'd. Now, I will say this too. Part of what I was reading in the court document, and he said these were messages, and some of it was, I guess, verbal communication. I don't understand why those text messages were like, are you a top or bottom? That would have been a good text message to show. Why wasn't that text message show in the evidence that we saw? When he said, it was something else he said. Are you a top or bottom was one of them. Somewhere along the line, I thought I remember reading, I would F you, I'd fuck you. That would have been a good text message to show. Why wasn't some of the more vile text messages or aggressive text messages shown? That's the one question that I have. Next question I have, if you knew he kept doing this back and forth, why didn't you record him when some of the things that you're saying would be the biggest thing to support your lawsuit? Why didn't you have him recorded? So for me, while I do think something was inappropriate, I don't know if it was SA. And also, mind you, have your grandmother ever told you, if somebody come tell you such and such said this, ask them what they said. We're never gonna know what Dixon was actually really doing and saying, because do you think he's going to tell us? We don't know what Dixon was really doing and saying for real. So I think inappropriate, but not necessarily do I believe that it was a SA. Let me go make a poll because I'm very interested in what y'all think about this. Oh, let me tell y'all something. First of all, Dana. Thank you so much, Dana. Thank you, Jackie, for being a member for 27 months, my love. Thank you, Dana Logan. Thank you for coming, our newest nosy neighbor. Thank you so very much. Thank y'all for the Cash App, the Super Stickers. Listen, We did not meet our goals. So let me see how many. We are 27 super chats away from our super chat goal. 27 super chats away. What else was I gonna say? Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So thank you for becoming our newest nosy neighbor, Dana. Also, what I did not see yesterday was I think that was yesterday. Rhonda Hill, baby. So Rhonda Hill renewed her membership, but she renewed her membership as I'm rich, bitch. So now we have two I'm rich bitch nosy neighbors, Rhonda Hill and Penny. I do know Shawnette had upgraded hers, but I think something happened. I'm not quite sure. So welcome, Rhonda. Thank you so much for upgrading your membership. I appreciate you, my love, so very much. Okay, cool. Now let me go see if I can do this poll. Cause baby, I don't forgot how to do it. Oh, I know how to do it. Okay, I know how to do it. Okay. Now y'all been trying to tell me what to put in the poll. So this is what I'm gonna put in. Y'all tell me before I lock it in if I need to add something. Y'all tell me before I lock it in. So I'm gonna do text poll. Okay. Do you believe TP Tyler, I'm just gonna say Tyler Perry, S8, what's his name? Derek. I forgot his last name, Derek. And I'm just going to do a yes, a no, or I'm not sure. So, I said, do you believe Tyler Perry, S8, Derek? Yes, no, or I'm not sure. Do I need to add anything to that? Because y'all be wanting some more options. So I did put the I'm not sure option. I don't know what the other options it could be. Because it's just a short poll. But y'all can tell me how y'all really feel in the comments. So that should be good, right? Okay. All right, let me share the poll. Let me see, is this the link that take you to it? Let me see. Okay, let me share the poll. Okay, this should take you right to it. It's a long link. Okay, here's the link for the poll. Oh, y'all said add consensual? Let me see. Dang on it, it won't let me. So consensual would just be no. He didn't SA him. All right, there is the link. There's 125 people in the building. Can we get everybody to participate? There is the link. Let me know. Do you think that Tyler Perry, S8, Derek, after reading all of the information in, well, I ain't gonna say all because there was more, but after reading the majority of the complaint, because some of it is just repetitious, do you believe that he S8 Derek? Very curious about this. And for anybody hesitant, I can't see who voted or nothing like that. I can just see your answer. Do you believe? Let me refresh. Oh, we got quite a bit saying yes now. We got quite a bit saying yes. Okay. We got more saying no, but there's quite a bit saying yes. And like I said, listen, it's definitely possible. Okay, I wasn't there. I'm just saying that to me, the text messages are not as like egregious as the story. Text messages are not as egregious as the story. I'm going to show the poll in just a bit. I'll give us about 10 minutes. I don't know why it would take 10 minutes, but I'll give y'all 10 minutes to do the poll. The poll link is back in the chat. Do you think? Now, if anybody just came in, The majority of this I read on yesterday, which was very hot and steamy. And we finished it up today. Okay. We finished it up today. So I'm going to give it about 10 minutes. Keep in mind also, you said, okay, and tell me what y'all think in the comments. I think Dixon was flirting his ass off with Tyler because they said all of this stuff in the court papers that got real juicy, supposedly, that was said back and forth, but I never did see these text messages. Exactly, Penny. Like, I saw Dixon's statements, but why did some text messages I see and the ones that were so like big, why didn't we see those text messages? And a lot of the text messages were put right there in the middle of the complaint where he was making his statements. So some of the big text messages are like, I would F you. Hey buddy, I'd F you. I'd fuck you. Why wasn't that text message in the thread? I don't understand. When he asked him, are you a top or a bottom? Why wasn't that text message in the thread? And my biggest thing is, if you knew all of this, you said several times where you were concerned and you didn't want to lose your job. Why didn't you record this man? Why didn't you record it? Also, y'all, because Jay Jackson Allen brought in Illuminati. Also, y'all, so Tyler Perry has this big movie, Straw, like right now, right? Is it a coincidence that he has this big movie doing very well? It's number one on Netflix. I'm not sure if it still is. Is it a coincidence that it's now? Is it a coincidence that all of these actors are saying that Tyler Perry pays them more than any of the other people? Are these things a coincidence? But you know what? I will say this. I would have thought that Tyler Perry would have been smarter than this, period. I would have thought he would have been smarter than this. Like, why be talking to this dude in a text message, period, about anything? And if he's not, if you got all of this money and somebody is not falling to your knees to do whatever you please, get you another one. They make them like, if this is your type, they make them like that. They didn't stop making them when they made his ass. What the hell? What the hell? They didn't stop making them when they made him. So why would you be chasing him? I don't get that. If that's, what happened. And again, I told y'all, and everybody has their type. Where's Wyatt at? I told y'all, to me, Wyatt would have been. Wyatt is from Have and Have Nots. Wyatt is better looking to me anyway. Wyatt played on Have and Has Not. He's the white guy to the right. So did Wyatt get tried? Was Wyatt too muscular? Like maybe was his type? I don't know. I'm just trying to follow the trail because Wyatt to me is better looking to me than Derek is, but maybe to him he's not. I don't know. I'm just saying. Let me see what I had here. Okay, let me see about this poll. What y'all doing? Let me see what y'all doing in this poll. We only got 47 people who participated in the poll. It's almost 147 on here. Also, if you're just coming in, if you can like and share the live. We just went over the last part of the lawsuit. Again, Tyler Perry is being sued for, is it $260 million, y'all? I'm not looking at it right now. By this guy, Derek. And we went over pretty much everything. And my question is, do you believe that Tyler Perry SA'd Derek? Let's see what y'all are saying. The statement don't match shit. So that tells me Dixon isn't sharing everything. Exactly, Penny. Something is definitely left out. No, I don't believe it. Dixon wanted a favor trying to make Tyler think he was interested in him. I think something happened, but Dixon caught feelings and was hoping he could sell his pilot. Okay. And listen, y'all are free to share however y'all feel. You definitely don't have to agree with me. Hey, Denise Joints and Mickles. Everybody's saying hello. Thank you, Penny, for reposting. Yes, a big coincidence. Miss Billy said that Tyler Perry's Distraught is out doing good. Everybody's talking about it, #1 on Netflix. Big coincidence, huh? Yep, he knows not to trust people. He should know. He should know. I think that even the little bit that I ain't gonna say little bit, even the part that he did to me was too much. Because first of all, how many times have we seen this? Secondly, if this guy is not swooning to the ground over you and you got that much money, you should leave it on. Oh, baby, I didn't hear this Cash App come in. I see something. Kelly said, baby, you giving us all the info. Yes, Kelly. And Kelly, if you missed yesterday, it was even more. It was even more. Let me tell y'all something. When I first saw this, I went down a little rabbit hole. And at first, I just saw a couple of little things on TMZ. But then I saw where I could get down there the whole lawsuit. We went over 89 screenshots. 89 screenshots of this dang on lawsuit. So if you missed yesterday, please catch that. Because when I tell you it was so hot and steamy, baby, I thought we was reading the soft P. Baby, I thought it was soft P. Okay, so let me just show y'all the results. We still only had 52 people to vote. Maybe I should give y'all the link one more time. Vote. There's the link. We'll wait a few more minutes for y'all to vote. Thank you so much, love, for the cash out. I don't know why I didn't make no noise, but I see something. We are 25 super chats away from our goal as well. 25 super chats. Can we get some people who don't normally send something to send something? So the people who always send something don't have to always be sending something. Can we get some people to come out of the bushes and send something? Become a nosy neighbor. Click on that join and become a nosy neighbor. Support the channel. Baby, I went and got all. When I tell you I went and got all that I could find, 90 freaking 90 freaking screenshots. Baby, just too much tea. All right, let me show y'all the results of the poll. So 51 people voted. 20% actually do think that Tyler did S.A. Derrick. And that's a number higher than I would think. So I thank you all for being courageous enough to have your own mind. And that may not sound like a big thing, but on this internet, honey, these people sometimes don't have their own mind. Just because I think something, that definitely don't mean that's what you got to think. So thank y'all for being courageous enough to have your own mind. 75 people said no, and 6% said I'm not sure. Okay. All right. Interesting. I see something. Thank you so much. We got a new nosy neighbor. Hey, Kelly Simmons. Thank you for coming on out the bushes, baby. Well, I'm not saying you was in the bushes, but thank you for becoming an official nosy neighbor. I appreciate you, love. Y'all welcome Kelly Simmons as our newest nosy neighbor on YouTube. Thank you, my love. Okay. I heard. Oh, that's Kelly that sent the big cash out. That's that Kelly. Big Kelly, not the little one. Thank you. Oh, shit. Thank you, Kelly. Miss Billy, thank you for the big cash out. She said such a great live, handsome. Thank you so much, my love. Baby, I wanted all that tea. I wanted all the tea. J. Jackson Allen, big super chat. She said, hello, Donnell, all love. Thank you so much, J. Jackson Allen. I love you. Bike. Claudia, I don't know, but I am on a lot earlier than I normally am. So I don't know if it's that or notifications not going out. Sometimes if YouTube has too many notifications going out at once. It's a lot of different factors. I'm not quite sure. But I am definitely on earlier than I normally am. But we still gonna rock it out. We still gonna rock it out. But thank you all for I ask you all who sometimes don't support to support. So I thank y'all for doing that. If you can't support, and I'll say it again, if you can't afford to support, I do understand. You can like and share the live for free. And baby, that'll be enough for me. Okay. And Vicky, you're right. 6% not sure. So baby, that ain't good. That ain't good. So that's that, but makes me say 26%. Hey Nosy AF, how are you? Let me see. Okay, let's see. So it ain't, I don't know what's gonna come of it. I really don't. One thing I will say is, I will say that I don't want anybody to be falsely accused. And I also don't want anybody to have gone through something that is real and not get their justice. So I'll say whoever is telling the truth should prevail. I heard something. Thank you, Penny. Penny said, thanks for always working so hard for us. Thank you, Penny. I appreciate you, love. Thank you for the big cash out. Thank you, Penny. Hey, Charlotte Haynes, how are you? Let me see. Something did happen because Tyler talked too damn much back and forth with him. Now, that's what I did say, Lily Coleman. But wait, baby, y'all turn the cash app up. Y'all better know I do prefer the cash app over the super chats, but whichever one you prefer to do is fine with me. Now, Lily Coleman, I do think this as well, but here's the thing. I think that the Derek guy isn't telling what all he said and what all he had a hand in as far as was he flirting back? Did he say, I don't know. I just feel like he ain't telling all of his story either. I heard something. Cassandra, thank you so much for the big cash out. Cassandra said, thank you for all that you do. Thank you, Cassandra. I love y'all. Thank y'all so very much for always supporting the channel. Thank you. What I feel like is, yes, I feel like there was something. Okay, just say for shit, baby, y'all, baby. I heard something. Thelma said his ass guilty. Thelma said his ass guilty, and it is. What I do feel, okay, just say, for example, right? Just say that Tyler grabbed the man's butt. How do I know that Derek didn't put his butt there to be grabbed? How do I know that they not even do more? How do I know that they didn't straight up have sex? How do I know that? How do I know that they didn't have sex all of them times and that the man just contrived this story and said he was assaulting him, trying to get this 260 million. All that I'm saying is I really don't know. Ultimately, I don't know. But I do agree, Ms. Coleman, something happened. Something did happen. I do believe that. I just don't know what. But I do believe something happened. And Thelma, thank you, baby, for speaking your mind. Thelma said his ass guilty. Something did happen. They are coming after Tyler ever since he said that about Angie Stone. Ooh, Renee Brown, can you remind us what he said about Angie Stone? And also, if anybody wanted to come up, you can. I forgot to put that out. Let me see, put that out. You don't have to, but if anybody wants to come up, you can. What did he say about Angie Stone, Renee Brown? Can you remind us? Because I don't know if I even ever. Woo, baby, what is going on tonight, baby? Let me see. I heard something. Diana with the big cash. Shout big cash, Diana. She said, I love you, Diana. I love you, bike. Thank you, Diana, love. I love you, right, bike. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see. Did she respond? Let me see. Let me see. All right. Hey, Miss Lynn.
Hey, Darnell, how are you?
I am good. How are you doing tonight?
Doing good. Hey, nosy neighbors.
She said, "Hey, everybody." So, were you here yesterday and today?
Yes, I missed some of it today. I was for the whole thing last night, but I missed. You were like 30 minutes in when I got on tonight.
Oh, okay.
But I've seen most of it anyway from like Instagram or whatever. And
Uh huh.
my thing is, I wish Tyler would have just came out. This is the first thing. I wish Tyler would have just came out from the beginning.
Okay.
Because all of us suspected it. Just like Lee Daniels, he's like big in Hollywood and he's been open about his sexuality and he did, Empire and Star and, Monique's movie and all that or whatever. And everybody
Mm-hmm.
know he's an openly gay man.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wish that Tyler had done that too. But most of us knew this from the beginning. But I think that I don't think anybody's shocked about Tyler's sexuality. Somebody summed it up on Instagram the best for me, said, Tyler, we've been new, but we appreciate what you do for the black community.
Mm-hmm.
You
Now
know,
he does. Let's not forget he does do a lot for the black
yes,
community. He does help a lot of these actors. So
yes,
I'm never gonna take that away from him.
yes. But I think too that you
Mm-hmm.
did you see that picture this weekend of Tyler on the yacht with the other guy?
I showed that real quick. I did. I said because we got to a part of it that was talking about somebody was invited on a boat, a yacht. I said, well,
Yes,
hell, isn't that funny? Because we just seen a picture of him, quote unquote. People say he
yes,
looks guilty on that yacht with
yes,
somebody.
yes, exactly. And I think by so many people having their little comments and assumptions about that picture, then the next day this comes out. And I think that it was consensual in my opinion. I think that, you know, the guy, to me, it's a scam, it's a shakedown. Look at all the shakedowns that's happened lately with,
Yeah.
them trying to bring people down. I think it's a shakedown. He either got mad or whatever the case may be, but I think it was probably consensual.
He got mad because he did not get that pilot produced. Maybe
Yeah.
he said he was gonna do a show that Derek had written a show, and Tyler Perry, I guess, according to Derek, said he was going to make sure that show got on air and that it never happened. And
Hmm.
oh, wait a minute, let me see Diana. Let me see Diana. And so that could be the reason why he's definitely upset. Oh yeah, Diana, I shouted you out, love. You mentioned didn't hear me. Thank you so much, love, for the big cash out. You said I love you down there, and I said I love you, bike. I love you, bike, love. But yeah, because the text messages that he showed Lynn were, it seemed to me he made the story up behind those text messages, and then the ones that were like the most like forward, like I would f you. Why he didn't show those text messages? Where those text messages at? I got so many questions. Penny said coming out can be so difficult for people his age. Most were raised to hate, to not like gays, or to, if he is gay, I pray that he gets the courage to live his life as himself. Pride Month, LGBTQ. Oh, Penny. I know that's the real truth. Lynn, are you still with us? If he's gay, then so be it. He gotta stop putting himself in these scandalous situations. I mean, he got too much money for this mess.
Exactly. Can you still hear me down there?
I can hear you now. I couldn't hear
Okay,
you
okay,
before.
okay. I was commenting on Penny's comment because I think that when Tyler came out, his plays were basically like religious based, and to me, I mean, everybody just always assumed Tyler Perry was gay, but he's never really just came out. He got married. To me, that was like a cover up. I mean, he had a girlfriend, had a baby. To me, that was
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a cover up. I just wish he had. And I get it. Back then, we people didn't always come out, but like that's why I use the example of Lee Daniels is that he was just always openly with his, and I just wish that Tyler, and I get it, he grew up in a religious background and blah blah blah, so maybe he just didn't want to, and I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I just still feel like we love him anyway. I love Tyler Perry.
Love him anyway. I
Right.
mean, he even has straight men. He has a lot of. They may not all of them say it. He has a lot of straight male fans too that love Medea.
That's right.
I mean, so nobody really cares. I mean, of course they're gonna say they already saying it. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
people talk, but they
Yeah.
already gonna talk. Dietrich says he's very particular on some of the actresses that he helps. He uses his child and so-called wife that he's straight, but don't think he is. He might as well come out. Things are different these days. Um,
Exactly.
Patricia says Derek knows what to say and how to say it and when to say it. It was a trap and Tyler fell for it. Now, I do think some of it, a lot of it was a trap. Where
Right.
are these text messages? That's what I want to know, Miss Billy. Where
Exactly.
are the text messages when he said all of that stuff like "I'll f you"? Where's those messages?
Right.
Well, the thing is, they said they would be coming after the black celebrities, and that's what they are doing, trying to change the RICO charges with Diddy. Mm, okay. And I believe, also multiple things can be true at one time. But you know what I really think though, and I've already said it, but I can't say it enough. Then I'm always speak my mind. I know that's right, Miss Thelma. Why? I just thought he would be smarter than this. I
Me
just
too.
really did.
Me too, Darnell. And his wife had to sign an NDA. If I were Tyler Perry before I got with anybody, you would have to sign the NDA first, where you would never be able to talk about me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he should have done. I mean, like, how careless could he be?
Hey, Teresa. And I don't know if the guy did, it never said if he did or didn't, but you're right. Like and but these text messages, like the ones we did see, and I should go back over some of those text messages. The ones we did see, let me think of what it said. While he's asking another grown man, like something like, why aren't you having sex? That's too much. Because
Mm,
once you start this conversation, it can easily be twisted and manipulated to say it was sexual assault because that's an inappropriate conversation, period.
right, exactly. Exactly. Now, somebody said on Instagram that it seems like maybe Tyler had been counseling him. Maybe he had something else going on with somebody else. And Tyler, the text
That's what
message
I
kind of sounded like that.
said. Lynn, that's exactly how I said. So it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a straight, whoever you watched, I
Mm-hmm.
felt like that too because as I'm reading the messages, it's like Tyler was trying to give support to
Mm-hmm.
him about a story that he must have told
Yes.
him
Yes.
about him being closed off to sex with a partner or somebody. I
Mm-hmm.
said that exact same thing.
See?
So that
See?
person, I don't know who you're talking about, they interpreted the same way I did.
Mm-hmm. This is on Instagram. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Um.
Wow. Yes, it's a lot.
Oh, Davina said TMZ said there's no tapes or videos on this.
Oh wow.
I love my Virgo Nation brother Tyler Perry, and we love him too. I just hate that I just hate that he
Got caught up.
yeah got caught up because I wonder if Derek do saving some stuff for the trial. But you know what, Tracy Franklin, I don't. Well, he could be, but I thought that with the lawsuit they put everything out there, and when they do discovery, they pretty much have to put everything out there. I guess they can wait and put something else in discovery, but
Mm.
I don't know why he would leave that out in the first place. If he has something saying, if he has something saying, oh, and there was another conversation about a big dick. Remember, there was like, oh, so a big dick or something, I can hit them spots. Why is that text messages not? Well, why we can't see that? That'll be a good one. That'll be a good one. Y'all said fabricated notes. Oh, and remember, I don't know if y'all was here for everything between the last 2 days. Remember, he said at some point when he was feeling some type of way, he started taking notes. He literally said that. Did
I
Tyler
didn't hear
Perry?
that.
We went over the whole thing, baby. I read about damn near the whole thing for the last 2 days. Baby, we was real nosy. And yesterday in particular, when I tell you the way I was reading it, it was like a little sex novel, baby. It was hot and steamy.
Last night, like you said, it was giving Zane last night.
Right. Did Tyler Perry get married? Not that I know of.
No, he just had the girlfriend, but they finally broke up.
The Dixon had every chance to stay away from Tyler Perry. Had every chance to Vita and kept taking that. He gripped his buttocks. He kept taking that buttocks over there to get some more. Ain't it? Darnell sounded like P. Wright. He kept taking that buttocks over there to get grilled. Way too rich to get caught up like that. Exactly. That's right, Darnell. They sent them puppets to embarrass him, and that's what they do. A video violate the rules. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Living your truth. Ghost Rider. Cat warned Hollywood everyone to be will be revealed. Yes, he did. His ass wouldn't get that much money though. I don't think so either.
No.
I think he went high. And mind you, the emotional distress, right? Oh, my stomach hurts and my nerves are bad. And I tried to go get some medicine because I couldn't afford it. It was $20,000. Girl, it's so much exaggeration. Ooh, shit now.
Mm-hmm.
I heard something. Lisa, thank you so much, Lisa, for the big cash out. Thank you, my love. Sarita, thank you for the big cash out. She said, thanks for keeping it real. No problem, love. Baby, y'all showing out tonight. But I did really enjoy reading that, though. Like, the way they wrote it, it was so dramatic. Like, because they want to get in there and be like, he was so emotionally distraught. And they want to, like, really give you those visuals. Like, he groped his buttocks in a sexual manner, declining from the bed. Oh, it was a 45-degree angle on the right side of the room. Now, in the midst of the darkness on the left-hand side, I'm like, girl, if y'all don't stop.
Details.
And you could see the steam foaming up on the window in the bathroom. I say, yeah, y'all don't stop. And now his stomach hurt and he got anxiety, he got nerves, he couldn't afford the $20,000 medicine, which I guess at these days I shouldn't be surprised if the medicine was $20,000.
Okay. What if he tried to do like Cassie did? What if he tried to get some money? What the nosy neighbors? What do y'all think if he tried to get some money out of Tyler and said, okay, if you don't give it to me, I'm going to bring it public? And Tyler said, forget that. Maybe it was like a Cassie situation. Remember Cassie tried to get paid from Diddy and he didn't, and she sued him and he had to pay her.
Mm-hmm. Could have been. But and see, that's my thing. Tyler Perry, R. Kelly, Diddy, Smokey Robinson. Smokey Robinson, what's going on with Smokey Robinson?
Oh my God, that one was the worst. Oh,
that's old. I didn't never know nothing about it.
It's only a few weeks old that they sued him for sexual harassment.
Wow. When Angie Stone said that they stole her money 2 weeks later, gone, and Tyler Perry said that he was going to get whoever did it. Oh. That was going to make them pay. Oh, Renee Brown. Okay, thank you for telling us that. He will have Harlequin novels coming out soon. Okay. Harlequin novels. Okay. I didn't know, Renee. Well, you know what? Now that you said it, I do think I remember that. But he should know you can't play with them people. He got a lot of money, but you can't play with them people because they protect who they want to protect. And then when they don't want to protect you no more, they throw you out to the wolves. So, like I said, I just would think he would be smarter than that because here's the thing. If you got all of this money, I'm going to say it again because I don't understand why not. And it seems like you can damn near almost have anybody you wanted. So why mess with somebody who acting like you can't even act like you don't want to mess with me because the man said he want to take care of you. So I'm not gonna beg. Why would he beg somebody to take care of them? Go find another one. They make them. They didn't stop making them when they made him. He was a handsome guy, but they didn't stop making them. Let me see what y'all are saying. Billy, let Dietrich win. I don't want to share her planning this. Let me see. I can't never see that stuff. Let me see if I can see it. Let me see.
I'm gonna jump back in the chat, Darnell.
Okay, darling. Thank you.
I miss you, Darnell. Love you.
I miss you. Love you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
If anybody else wants to come up, baby. And if y'all need to catch that replay from yesterday and today, baby, with all of that tea, please do. 24 super chats away from my goal. We may not make it tonight. Okay, so let me see. Number 1 is Dietrich. Okay. Let me see who we got. Number 2 is Penny, and Miss Billy is in number 3. Now, I don't understand how this works. I know they said messages and super chats, but I would really think Miss Billy. I would really think, well, maybe I don't know. I don't know how many comments everybody made and super chats and stuff. I don't know how this works. But there is the StreamYard if somebody wanted to come on. Other than that, we're about to get out of here. What time is it? How long we been on tonight? How long we been on tonight? Now, I'm going to say this. I have been getting some phone calls. Actually, several. Baby, somebody gave me a whole download of information. Somebody gave me a whole download of information, and I guess that'll be another time, baby. Baby, the download of information, baby, they talking about DUIs. They talking about drug charges. They talking about house arrest. They talking about halfway houses. Child, somebody gave me a whole download of stuff. And I did take some notes. I did. Deetra, thank you for the super chat, my love. Tracy Franklin, thank you for the super chat. Tara, I could have been your baby mama for 26 me. Exactly, Tracy Franklin. I'm not girl. He ain't even my type, and I would have did it. Hey, what that lady said from what was that movie? Whatever you want, whatever you need. Me love you long time. Man, please. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Darnell, sorry to be off topic. One day, can we discuss married couple, the Frenchman and Duchess Dior? Who is that? Carly B. I don't know who that is. But you're probably gonna have to inbox me because I will forget. But let me know who that is and what happened. Janice Turner, thank you so much for the super chat. Maybe we will meet on super chat. We're 21 super chats away from goal. If you I prefer to send a cash app if you would like. But if you want the super chat, we're here for it because we do have our super chat go. Go ahead and tell us about the DUIs. Child, they ain't none of mine. All of mine was 10 years plus ago, child. But they said, let me get my notes here. I think I done told y'all enough. Child, and then unrelated to that person, they say somebody else here on this internet that I'm not gonna get no hints on that. I was surprised to hear that. They said somebody here on this internet got a 16-year-old son that is basically in foster care or in adoption or something. And I don't know, I don't know if none of this is true, but that was very interesting, unrelated to the first conversation. Child, I just gotta, and when I tell you, it's been several people. I done talked to like 5 people been calling me. But yeah, child, that's what they said. They said Section 8. Somebody said Section 8 and food stamps with Not reporting who all in the household. That's what they said. So I guess when they say, let me give you something else if you want to report stuff. They said, let me give you some more. That what they did. People had called me. Let me see. But anyway, I'll just skimming through my notes. But anyway, that's another time, another story. Let me see what y'all are saying. Tell us more. Tell us more. Another time, another story. We love you long time. I love you, bike. I love all of y'all, bike. Y'all said come back tomorrow. Let me see. We'll a full metal jacket. Okay. I heard something. Baby. Hold on here. Ha! Deidre. Thank you for the big cash. Deidre said Tyler is guilty. He's guilty. He's guilty. And that's Deidre Simmons. She said Tyler is guilty. Y'all said, well, I need to come back tomorrow. I'm gonna, this is just information that I was told. Now it's crazy that some of the people I didn't even know that I guess got my 865 number, and their stories, the stuff that they was telling was a lot of it was the same that another person was telling as well. So it's like, But I don't know. Maybe something I'll look into. We'll see. Y'all say he's guilty. He might be, child. He might be. I just wish he knew better than that. So Deidre Avery Wilson still number 1. Miss Billy number 3, and I guess Penny number 2. All right. Well, are all hearts and minds clear? 21 super chats away from our super chat goal. And listen, when you're catching that replay, you can always you cannot send a super chat on the replay, but you can send a thanks. I do like to, see those that y'all are sending thanks. And you can also send a cash app catching that replay too. The cash app is on the screen. Let me see what y'all are saying. Monique said he's no saint. He's not to be trusted. I do remember Monique saying a lot of that now. And Monique and what's his name? Monique made up with Lee Daniels, but she still has an issue with Tyler Perry and Oprah, to my understanding. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for the people who came and became new members of the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you for upgrading your membership to a rich Rhonda. Thank you for the new members today. Thank you for the cash apps, big cash apps today. Thank y'all so very much. Thank y'all for the super stickers. Thank y'all for always with all of the support and all of the love. So listen, I've been having a live that I wanted to go over for the last couple of days. And one thing or another has happened, and I haven't done that live. So I was going to plan on doing that tomorrow. Just some things that has been going on that I thought was, I don't know if I should use the word interesting, but some of the stuff that probably, many of you may not have seen that's going on. So I just wanted to eventually go over that live because I had already planned it. But when I saw the Tyler Perry thing, I'm like, let me just see. And then when I saw I can get all of the tea, I said, oh yeah, let me see. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good night. Baby, we was in here early tonight. We is out of here early. Catch that replay. Share the lives. I love y'all. Have a good night.